Oh, made it on time with like 2 seconds to spare. Oh man. Whew, that was super close. It just ticked over 10-1 at the last second here. I'm still getting things set up. Huh, but I want to start on time. What's up, everybody? Continue the streak. Okay. Just barely continuing the streak. Almost set up. I gotta change like the stream description. Hopefully the title isn't messed up. I changed it, but sometimes you gotta give it like a couple minutes for it to change. So hopefully it's good. Alright, but anyway, what's up, people? Oh, I could, you know what? I could check that actually. Do that. Okay, cool. It did change. Awesome. Alright, we're all good then. It worked. I was on time. I made it. I made it. Who do we got in here? Christian P, followed by Luke F, Pixie Bell, Anders, Ty, Savage, Yo Dog, Skarkoa saying hashtag butts. Hang on, sorry guys. Glasses are got a speckle on them in the wrong spot. Not on my watch, literally. Okay. Ooh, cutoffs real quick as well. Okay. I think we're pretty much good to go. Let's get a tweet out. As you can see, I'm mid-grind. Was sitting here just grinding the 5-star arena like, huh, I wonder if there's something I should be doing. Oh yeah, streaming. Dearest Art Marvel Champions. Wanna race me for the Act 6.1 Legends rewards? Yes, I am now Louis. Okay. Tweet. Let's get the hell out of here. As you guys can see, I'm at 25.5 mil-ish, give or take. So we still have quite a ways to go in order for me to feel comfortable with this grind. I don't know if I'm ever going to feel comfortable with this grind, because the score I'm going to put up is probably only going to be like right about 30. So we'll have to see. But Lakers Bodyguards, he handed over $2 saying, Beaver! Hashtag butts slap. Hashtag butts. Wow. Butt slap. Wait, no, that sounds wrong. Saying butt slap. Ah, crap, dude. Damn it. You caught me in a butt slap. But thank you very much, Lakers Bodyguard. I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it. And what's up, Hobbitcrom and all you hashtag butts raiders? Oh, geez, the butt raiders. That's what you guys are, I guess. Man. Alright. Need to get on this grind, though. So, enough of the chit-chat. Enough glamoring, man. We need to get on the move here. Let's go. I've got the suicides on still, because I need them at the moment. Do not want to miss out on this Sabreman. Do not want to miss out on another champion. I hope it doesn't happen. But what's up, everybody? We got Tyron here. Yes. So proud of the butt raiders. I would be too, Hobbit. I'm proud of you guys. Hyped for Act 6. I'm pretty hyped for it. I really was not expecting there to be a Legends race. So, I don't know what to do, guys. I'm in a real weird spot here. So my potions actually will not expire until like after the release of 6.1. So I could just use the. I mean, that's what it doesn't really matter, I guess, if those potions go to waste. But it is something to consider. I could just go through day 1 as much as I possibly can, try to do it unit free, and I'm sure I can get through it all like relatively quickly, unit free, and save those resources and stuff like that. Or I could man up, go for the Legends title like I did last time. But I don't know if I have the right champions for it, and it's a whole big mess. Whole big mess, guys. So I don't know what to do. Darkside Saint sent it over a buck saying, BG, does Gamora's new changes make her good for AW/AQ? I think for Alliance quests, well, specialized paths in Alliance quest for map 7, I could see her being useful. I don't know. I mean, she doesn't have sustainability. She doesn't have a lot of health. She doesn't have immunities. So outside of certain, like the certain specialized map 7 paths, I don't really see it. And Alliance War, no, I don't really see it there either. She just doesn't have the right abilities for that type of thing. She's super fun, but yeah, I don't consider her that type of champion. Thank you for the buck. Mr. Slugberg sent it over $2 as well, just saying, yo, what up, Slugberg? Thank you for the 2, dude. Oh. Alright, there we go. What's up, lags? Wait, did I already say what's up, Heisenberg? Good luck on Sabretooth, thank you. Alright, let's just keep this grind going, though. We gotta move. So yeah, how do you guys all feel about Act 6? Anyone in here going for the Legends title? Anybody pissed off that you can't use 4-star champions? I got mixed feelings on it myself. I feel like there's been some stuff said in my Alliance chat, stuff said in other streams about it that I've noticed. So I've got some mixed feelings about it myself. I don't know. I think for me the bigger thing is just that new crystal that's coming out. I'm not a fan of. What's it called? Crystal. Cavalier crystal. I think that's the name of it, right? I feel like that's all that's been talked about. Yeah. Well. All right. Hang on one sec. Actually, forgot to check one thing. All right. No. Okay, good. That's set. Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, I feel like that's all that's talked about. Yeah, it has been talked about quite a bit. F the Legends run. Okay, lags. I don't know the rewards for it. I don't know if it's actually worth the cost. It's probably not. Thinking about it, like, you know, the rewards they're actually getting versus the amount of boosts that you'll need to have. The unit cost for those boosts, the unit cost for the items needed to go fast and everything like that. And plus, me personally, maybe not having a champion for it. I don't know if I do or not. We'd have to wait and see. But I don't have Corvus, and he is, even by Kabam's definition, built for legend runs. Oh my god, Void. Can you stop wrecking me? Tons of fun. 303 sent out $5 saying, BG, happy B-Day. Does Spider-Gwen need Awakening? No, she doesn't need Awakening. Her abilities do get enhanced a bit from being awakened, but no, I don't think that she needs to be awakened. She can still be quite useful even without being awakened. She still has basically all of her abilities. They just get enhanced a little bit. So, like, she can still shut down Unstoppable, including the passive Unstoppables. She can still enervate the enemy. Still gets all the damage on her special 3 for those longer fights after you've built up a little bit. So yeah, does not need to be awakened, but of course, like with most champions, it's a great bonus to have. Thank you very much. Mutts? Dude, I gotta get more sleep. Thank you very much for the 5, man. I appreciate it. Yes, some 4 stars have lots of purpose. If I have the skill to use 4 stars, it should be allowed. The disadvantage is on me already with a lower PI block damage. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. I think I don't necessarily mind when certain star level champions get kind of exclusive synergies, like the Killmonger 5-star. I guess it's not exclusive technically, but it might as well be, right? Where his synergy with Winter Soldier, I don't mind that so much. With this act thing, it does feel a little bit weird though. It's a little bit different than just having like access to a synergy. I don't know. I'm calling it a ruse. They're just going to get everybody worked up over that and then back down on the 4-star stance. That way they listen. That's possible. That's definitely possible. I mean, they did say that we're going to have a whole big write-up about it tomorrow. I saw that that post. We'll see what they actually say. But, yeah, that's certainly possible. There's plenty of time. They don't really announce a ton of things in advance like this. This does give them time. This does give them a full week to be like, okay, we've heard you guys. Let's go ahead and just open it up. We'll let you use the 4 stars. But then again, I mean, it does help them to keep people chasing higher star level champions. Which, what do they care more about, the money or the listening part? Or yeah, I don't know. We'll see what the reasoning is tomorrow. Pissed about the Cavalier crystal. Super well, Fiesta. The prestige race will be blowing up soon. Sig 20 Mortal / Beardo already. 10k, 10.1k. Get some Sigs in them and it's over. Yeah, I do think the game is, with that crystal at least, the not for everybody, but the prestige race and for some of the other top alliances, like the top I don't even want to say alliances as a whole, but just certain members of certain alliances, maybe a handful of members out of all of like the top 5 alliances, like a handful in each alliance, their accounts could get escalated quite quickly with that 6-star crystal. That said, I mean, it is still a low chance. We'll see how many people actually are going to be throwing their units at those things, throwing their money at those things. It is going to take quite a big sum of money in order to get 6 stars out of those crystals. But even the additional 5 stars out of those things, giving more shards and stuff like that, yeah. I really didn't expect the game to be shifting towards 6 stars so soon. I didn't even expect us to get tier 5 class catalyst fragments from the first chapter. Yeah, of course it's not enough to actually rank up a champion, but six-star crystal definitely came a lot quicker than I thought we'd see it. Yeah, I felt like end of the year towards end of the act. Yeah, I think that definitely would have made more sense to me. Even then, man, I could have delayed it even further. Brian, hope you liked my little tribute to Dream and Amir. I did see that, yeah. Also, I wrote a whole big-ass post in the MCC forum after hearing you talk last night. That was the last straw for Kabam. Yeah, stick it to them. Wait, talking about what? The map 7 stuff? Probably. I think that's what we're talking about, right? Yeah, let's not even talk about that tonight. We have other things to talk about tonight. Hey BG, how is everyone? What are your thoughts about the outrage or the community not allowing 4 stars in Act 6? Or Kabam not allowing it in Act 6, right? I think the community wants 4 stars in Act 6. I've got mixed feelings about it. I don't care that much. I would definitely prefer 4 stars to be allowed in there. I definitely agree with what everyone says, or what everyone is saying about, like, yeah, you're already at a disadvantage by using lower star level champions. So I definitely agree with everyone on this, for this case at least. But I don't know. I guess it there's I feel like people will still be able to get it done. Is I guess what I'm thinking. So I guess I'm not as outraged, but I totally get it. I totally get it, man. It definitely affects me too, because I want to use Wolverine. This guy sucks. Unsubscribed. What the hell? Am I not reading your messages? Why you no answer my question? What is this? What are you asking me? You're talking to Lags. What the hell? You're not even talking to me. But yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, there is no, I want to use Wolverine in the quest, because I want to use Omega Red, and I like that synergy with Omega Red and Wolverine. If you're not familiar with it, it's a pretty nice synergy. And yeah, Wolverine, he doesn't even exist as a 5-star, so forget having them. Nobody has them. But plus 4% critical damage for each Death Spore on the opponent. That adds up pretty good. You can't use that synergy everywhere. It's not really seen that frequently because, you know, you don't really have the slots for it for something like Alliance War. But in a 5-man team, it's fantastic. Especially because he synergizes with Sabretooth as well. So, Ethan sent it over $2 saying your Season 3 Mastery setup is still you have right now. I just want to make sure before I waste units. I go back to that build all the time, yes. Thank you very much for the 2, by the way, Ethan. I go back to that build all the time. But right now I'm running Suicide Masteries. That's the thing about Masteries, is it's not really, or at least the way I approach it, it's not like a set it and forget it type of system. I change my Masteries all the time. That's like my most stable build, I guess, that I will go back to. And it's also based on the champions that you're using. So, for example, if you're using Blade, you're going to want to max out, or no, yeah, you pretty much want to max out Deep Wounds in your build. But I don't, you know, I only have the 4-star Blade, so I never really use him anymore. He's just there for synergy purposes for me. So I don't run Deep Wounds. So you have to kind of customize it for the champions that you're using. There's certain things within that build that maybe you can take and be like, well, okay, I see they're using Resonate because you use Void a lot, and I use Void a lot, so I'm going to pick up Resonate. But then I'm also going to maybe pick up something else like Mystic Dispersion because you use a lot of Mystic Champions, something like that. If you are using the exact same champions as me, then yeah, it's a fantastic build. But you just have to keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind, you're talking about wasting units. Resonate is stupidly expensive. It's barely anybody actually runs Resonate, and it's a very, very expensive mastery. And if you do want to get Resonate, and you're short on units, I'd recommend only getting 1 point in it. Same thing for Inequity. That one's also very expensive, and you can just get the 1 point as a prereq. So yeah, keep all that stuff in mind. But yes, that is the build that I most commonly run still. And thank you very much for the 2. I'm unsubscribing from my other account too. What the hell? Why are you unsubscribing from me? If you stopped ignoring me, you'd wait. Before that, you dingus. Oh my god. What the hell? What is there even? Scrolled all the way the hell up, and all I see is I'm dying. Get out of my face. Did Captain Chickenhead get a buff? That was your question? Oh my god. No, she got just a synergy that doesn't seem to be that good. That's all she got. Brian! What's up, Star? Oranges? You have to cut up 6 oranges for you? I love oranges. They're so tasty. They're delicious. But I don't like to peel them. How many mil for 5-star Captain Marvel? I don't know. I don't know how much hype she has. I haven't looked into her a ton yet. I'll have to try to figure that out tomorrow. Also, here's something else about the 4 and 5-star thing that I realized earlier today. Missing out on Mr. Sinister feels a whole lot worse now than it did back then. Back then I was like, oh, whatever, you know, it's a champion I'm not really going to use that much. I'll just use him for synergy. Well, not anymore. Rip to that idea, man. No more Mr. Sinister synergy. I'm all for people being pushed in the direction of acquiring a larger roster and not pigeonhole themselves by only playing select champions. Yes. You're saying what? I guess you're saying. Wait, I can't tell. Are you saying that you're for the restriction or against it but for other restrictions, just not this type of restriction. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying. I do like certain restrictions for sure. Actually no. I was gonna say maybe it has to do with balance and maybe like the lack of balance in this game or something like that, but I don't know if that would actually be true. You know, I can only talk about MCOC stuff in here. These are vital. These are vital questions I need to know. I can rank her up if she is useful. No, don't bother ranking her up. Would you use Sinister for Synergy though? On there, wouldn't you need him and the Synergy champ, then Omega and a Synergy champ? That's like all your spots pretty much. Yeah, and I might be willing to give all those spots depending on the path. Dude, think about what that Synergy does, man. Plus 25% attack or plus 25% power gain. I don't even know if you would need it. But I might use him for a little bit. I'm sure I wouldn't use him for the entire run. But like especially with the restriction on not being able to bring in Wolverine, what would the team look like? It'd be Omega Red, Sabretooth, Mr. Sinister, Cable, and then one additional slot. Or 25% armor. Yeah, 25% armor. You could get that too, which sucks, but yeah. Brian, word equals teenagers. That's just a bad spelling of teenagers. That's something that you type into Google and they say, did you mean teenagers? I don't know. I swear if this is a cat, I'm gonna be pissed. But I feel like it's not gonna be a cat now. How do you beat Ronin in Uncollected Event Quest? What did Ronin have? Didn't he have just like some stun immunity or something like that? I don't remember exactly what he had. I think he was stun immune. Bait out heavy attacks and then bait out specialists for the openings. Maybe he had something else and I can't remember. I'm sorry if that's the case. Much rather have the 4-star restriction than class restrictions. I like the class restrictions. I really enjoyed those. Even in 5.3, I initially, you know, it's not like a hard restriction, but even in 5.3, I thought I hated it at first, and then it turns out I loved it by the end of it. I just thought it sucked initially. Tanagers equals manager at a tanning saloon. These words are so easy. Oh, dude, that has to be it. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Void synergy for Omega. Yeah. I forgot, dude. I forgot. Okay, well, that would be the setup. When you only need one specific 5-star and 1 to 3 other to support them, it kind of kills the bigger game. Axing 4 stars encourages people to play other areas of the game to improve their roster. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. There are a lot of people that that do stick to the same old, and it is partially because of having that 1 or 2 really good champions and then filling it in with the synergies. So, I mean, I could see it. Not saying I totally agree with it, but I definitely see that side of the argument at least. BG, you ready for the virtual opening? B. Daniels, yeah, dude, let's do it. And I'm still thinking about the word star. BG, referencing your all mutant team. Magneto is your 5th man, gives plus attack against tech champions for all mutants. No, that wouldn't be enough for me to use. I don't really care about the plus attack for tech champions thing. Oh, dude, why did I? I'm dead. Okay, let's do the virtual opening. Just getting wrecked tonight. I really didn't sleep. I'm just gonna blame sleep, like I always do. I only slept for like 3 hours last night, staying up making stupid Gamora videos. And then waking up and doing Uncollected this morning like an idiot. Okay, you open a PHC with me, but walk me through it. Okay, so you're gonna open it up. You're gonna pop the crystal the same way that I popped this PHC, right? That's the name of the game. Okay. here's what I need you to do. Take the crystal and immediately hit open. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I just did that for fun. Don't do that one. Hold on. That was just a test. You see how it only landed on a 2-star? You don't want that. You don't want to open up a 6-star crystal and end up with a 2-star. Okay, here's what I actually want you to do. First, I want you to drag the crystal to the bottom left corner. No one ever does this. You know what people do? They do a swirly do in the middle of the screen. That's not original. You're not going to get good champions doing that. You drag it to the bottom left corner of the screen. From there, you release. And it goes right back up top. That's that's on purpose. And then you go top right. You gotta dance. You gotta dance. You can't just go right in there. Often left out of the talks about how champions are made or something. You can't just go right in there. You gotta do a little dance first. Once you're in the top right corner, you release again, and then pull it straight to the middle. No more messing around. You let it spin for precisely 15 seconds. But that's pretty high. I don't know how to count that high, so we're just going to tap it right now. And do that, and let me know what you got. 2-star Drax. That's what I got. Ethan Taylor sent it over 2, saying, I have 5 points. I use 5-star Blade as my big boy in Alliance War. I have 4 points of Deep Wounds. I don't have Glass Cannon. Should I get that? Glass Cannon's interesting. I would really try to get that 5th point in Deep Wounds if I could. I got mixed feelings about I don't know. I got mixed feelings about Glass Cannon. It, on the one hand, if you're not boosting up, or if you're using champions that don't gain a lot of plus attack, then I think the benefit there is pretty strong. You know, there's a little bit of downside to it where, of course, you're losing some health, but most of the time in this game we're doing hitting, we're not actually getting hit. And in some situations, if you're getting hit, well, you're just dead. So what's the difference if you lose a little bit of health or something, right? But if you're playing champions that have a lot of plus attack, and in some situations, Blade does have a lot of plus attack, then the value on it goes down a bit. Same thing if you're using a lot of boosts. I would say, here's what I would do. If you don't boost big, or you know, if you only pop like the smaller boosts, or not boosting at all, then I think Glass Cannon would be good in that situation. And yeah, I'd recommend Glass Cannon. It'll help speed up the other areas of your game. I don't know what else is missing. Do you have 1 point in Unfazed or 1 point in Assassin already? Because both those are fantastic options to pick up with the 1 point remaining. Yeah, it's so hard to tell without actually seeing the build and stuff, and all the champions involved and stuff like that. But Ethan, thank you very much for another 2. I really appreciate it, man. I'll send the vid shortly. Okay, alright, B. Daniels. Let me know, dude. How did I miss a BG raid? FML dead. Hi, Brian. I've been drinking. Good night, Brian. Alright, LaFleur. Later, dude. There'll be other times. There'll be other opportunities, man. Other option, long version, increase the skill level of your gameplay. I think, man, I think there's some other options potentially, but the other options have their downsides too. I wonder, I don't know. It'd be nice if there was a way to kind of make you use other champions, but I don't know what that way would be. Like, the first thing that comes to mind is, like, you know, you can only clear a certain percentage of the map before it restricts you to using, it, like, doesn't allow you to use that champion anymore. But what if you take the wrong paths first or something like that? Then you're screwed, and that doesn't really work. Make the champs better? Easy? I would argue the other way around is even easier. Make the champs worse. But that's when people will start saying, of course you want to nerf everything, man. Ethan sent it over another 2 saying 1 point assassin, no point unfazed. Okay. I think 1 point unfazed would be great. If it's kind of expensive to get that final rank at deep wounds, 1 point in unfazed, and then 3 points in glass cannon. And honestly, I think that's pretty good if you're following a similar build to what I had. That would be pretty good. I don't know exactly what other champions you have, so it's possible things could be tweaked a little bit better, but overall, that would be a solid build. But thank you very much now for the $6. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. They could add timers on all champions like in dungeons. Everyone loves those. Oh god, yeah. That would be great. Let's add another timer where you could spend 360 units or whatever it is to unlock your champion. Censored assassin? Oh, did it censor assassin? Oh, I guess because of ass. Nerf all the gods, or at least nerf the gods from synergies. Did you give a final answer? No, Star, I didn't. Okay. Let me come up with a final answer. Let me come up with a final answer here. Final answer. Am I even saying the word correctly? Tanager? I don't even know. I swear. I think it sounds like a cat. It does sound like a cat, but what type of cat would it be? Tanager is a cat. It's a bald cat. It's one of those hairless cats that has a darker skin to it than the average cat. There's no way I'm correct. I've had way better guesses in the past, but that's my guess. I'm locking it in. Final answer. That's all I got. You gotta say butt button? Yeah, dude. I gotta censor assassin. Tons of fun. Sending over $20, dude. Very generous of you, man. Thank you. Saying good luck with your grind. Good night, sir. Oh, dude, thank you so much, man. Have a good one. Appreciate the now $25 that you sent over very generously. Thank you for all the support. Thank you, thank you. Wait, what did Hobbit say? I see lag saying great minds think alike. BG, so I had a thought. Maybe with the removal of 4 stars from Act 6, that we'll get to see a 5-star basic arena. How cool would that be? That's possible. I mean, there's certainly... It does feel like they're increasing the ways that we can get 5 stars. So... It is possible. I mean, they're increasing it from the crystals. They might introduce that arena. If they don't introduce that arena right away, they might introduce it relatively soon. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, what would you guys think about that? Like, would you guys still be against... I'm sure a lot of people would still be against the 4-star thing, because then it'll be like, oh, now I have to grind this arena to get this champion and stuff like that, but... it would open things up more. I also have mixed feelings about the 5-star basic arena, though, if I'm being honest, man. I would participate in it, of course. But I feel like one of the coolest things that happened after they got rid of the featured crystal, for me personally, is that people started using different champions. I feel like the old featured crystal, where you actually got to target the one champion that you wanted to get, everybody was using the same champions, and it makes the game really boring that way. But like the new featured crystal, whether you decide to go for it or not, or just pop basic crystals and hope to get somebody you want, I feel like it did open the game up a little more. That combined with other champions just actually being better, instead of only a small handful of them being good. And yeah, I don't know, with the 5-star basic arena, I'm a little bit scared that things will go back to everybody playing the same champions, but maybe that wouldn't be the case. Like I said, there is a lot, there are a lot better champions available these days. People who can take their preference more so than just being like, well, we all saved for Blade, let's all use Blade, or Stark Spidey, or whatever, So I don't know what the game would actually look like with a 5-star basic. Ethan sending over another buck saying max willpower is solid. I removed 2 points from salve and moved them to max willpower. I think that max salve is not good. I agree, kind of. Max salve, once you have 5-star champions, feels like it doesn't do enough at all. But early on in the game, it's amazing. So yeah, I think that's one of those masteries that just depends on where you're at in the game. But yeah, I think that's a good move. I think that's a good move, getting willpower maxed out over salve. I definitely agree with that. Dude, thank you for another buck. Appreciate it, man. Alright, I guess I'm moving away from the 5 stars. They're slowly coming back up. Okay, star. Tanager. Noun, a small American songbird. I played right into the trap. Of the bunting family? What the hell's a bunting family? The male of which typically has brightly colored plumage. I knew it was going to be bird after I caught on to the whole cat game. But I thought you were going to... say, no, he knows. He knows I wouldn't throw another cat out there. So let me pick a cat. And you didn't pick a cat. Damn it. Effing birds? I know, Demyok. Seriously, man. Hey BG, how do you feel about the Cavalier Crystal? I'm really mad about it. I think it would break the game, literally. I don't like it. I don't know if it's going to break the game, but I definitely preferred they didn't introduce something like that. That is for damn sure. I feel like it does create a bigger separation for the extreme spenders, I would say. Because some of them are going to have high sig level 6 stars, and then, yeah, it's don't think it's quite good for the game. I mean, technically it'll be good for the game because the servers will be running for eternity with the amount of money some people may start dropping on those crystals, but yeah. The other side of it, though, is I kind of was just talking about maybe that being a way to get more gold for myself personally, is to buy the GMCs since they were going to be discounted. And at this point, who in their right mind would buy a regular GMC, even with a 25 unit discount, over the Cavalier Crystal? It seems like a joke. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would actually get some of the Cavalier Crystals. I still don't think it's a good value if you're farming units, but what's the alternative to get gold out of your units? Gold crystals? That feels even worse. Ethan Taylor sent over another buck saying, do people max courage? Yes, actually maxing courage is a really solid budget mastery. A lot of people max it. I think it's good to max. Oh wait, B Daniels. Okay, I'll read that in just a sec. A lot of people do max courage. I think it's a good mastery to max. I personally usually only keep 1 point in it though, just because a lot of time I am above 50% health, so a lot of times it could go to waste. But if I know I'm going to be in a situation where I am below 50% health a lot, you know, running through Labyrinth, not everybody farms potions. Some people just pop the 40% revives. It's amazing in that type of situation, or Variant, or whatever, you know. Really solid in a lot of cases. Alliance Ward Defenders, it works pretty well to add a bit of damage to those guys, too. Okay, what the heck, B. Daniels? Is it, wait, posted it, but wait. A few, cause 2 minutes. You can just fast forward to the end. You want? Okay. P.S. I hate you. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll check it out. The video is a little, a little. I don't know what happened here. But I see the picture-in-picture part. All right, I'm gonna keep an eye on that, and I'll show it on screen once the crystal starts to open up. Man, I'm super bummed about the 5- and 6-star restrictions. The week notice, especially with it coinciding with the last day of Sabretooth Arena, it really blows. Yeah, Cam, that is gonna suck for you, dude. Yeah, I totally understand. I totally get it. How come you didn't grind for Sabretooth anyway? Were you just busy? Because I know you were psyched about picking him up originally, even, you know, without knowing what Act 6 was gonna be. So they said about the Grandmaster Crystal? Oh, about like ruining the game, Articast? That's true. You know, people did say that about the Grandmaster Crystal. And, well, I don't know. I guess in some cases maybe it wasn't good for the game. In some cases it's fine. I think initially it really hurt the game having the featured Grandmaster Crystals and no 5-star arena. Once they added the 5-star arena, I was kind of fine with it. Which also had me thinking about, like, well, what if they just added like a 6-star arena? But I think it's too early for something like that. Okay, really tiny, but what do we got here, B. Daniels? Okay, I thought it was stopping in that Ant-Man. No, that's an Awakened Electra too. B. Daniels, I'm so sorry, man. The chance to redeem myself there didn't work out. Rip. R.I.P. dude. Sorry about that. The 5-star basic arena would help people like me who have 45 stars and only 8 usable champs. Yes, definitely would. I wonder what the scores would be for something like that, and I also wonder, would it be top 10% or would it be top 5%? Like the 4-star arena was. Yo-Yo BG's asking, ham and cheese sandwich with green leaf lettuce for lunch. Your fave lettuce or other leafy green? Iceberg, romaine, butter, bib, kale, arugula, spinach. Well, I don't know what that word is. Frizzy? Is that what that is? I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Favorite, I think just green leaf lettuce, which is not really that like, I don't know, the name of it kind of cracks me up a little bit because like most lettuce is green and leafy. But yeah, no, just like standard green leaf lettuce. Same as on your sandwich there. Second favorite, probably butter. Probably butter. Frisbee lettuce sounds neat. Yeah, you could have a lot of fun with it. I was busy. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, never mind. I was busy. Was maybe looking to pull an all-nighter tonight, but not an option since last night was also sleepless. Kind of seems counterintuitive to hype all the unique synergies just to pull the rug. Yeah, I really would prefer myself if they just did like the Killmonger way, so you kind of know ahead of time. I'm sure other people would argue that it's better to not do that though, because hey, at least it's only restricting it for part of the game, whereas if the unique synergy was there, it'd be for the entirety of the game, so like Alliance for Alliance Quest and stuff like that. But yeah, personally, I would have preferred if they did it Killmonger style. And I know people hated that when it first came out, but I don't know, man. That always made sense to me of like, okay, it's a stronger champion, so the synergy should be stronger. That's just kind of how systems in games usually work. And I mean, yeah, you can make the systems however you want, right? It's no saying that it has to be that way, but I don't know, that's just kind of what I like. Oh, what? Did you just parry me? I thought that was guaranteed in. What the hell, man? Stupid Ant-Man. BG, think I'm doing the 7-hour combat events for 10% with a flawed method. Almost missed the second this week. I pop crystals, then try to catch up with champions. Yeah, dude, that's the wrong order for sure. I've done the same, kind of. I've definitely done the same sometimes. I used to plan my openings back in the day. I still do to some degree, but I used to plan my openings of like, okay, give me a 7-hour event that I can pop these crystals to, and then I would do the opening, and I'd be like, okay, I only need to get X amount of points to, you know, to get these milestones. And a lot of times I wouldn't get it. So yeah, I've been there. People in my alliance whining about the restrictions who haven't even completed Act 5. Outrage for the sake of outrage. Yeah, I could see that too, of like, okay, are you ready for the content that you're outraging about? There's definitely been a lot of that as the game has gone on over the past few years. 7 stars or bust. Brian, remember when 5 stars could be pulled from GMCs? Was first announced you wanted a 5-star featured arena. So with 6 stars being bought for units, do you think that means it's time for a 5-star basic arena? Well, that's exactly what we're just talking. I'm probably late to that comment. I'm scrolling all up and down tonight. Probably late to that comment, but yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know. Like I said, you probably stepped out when I was talking about it, but 5-star basic arena, I've got some mixed feelings about it. I really like how everybody has different rosters these days, and with a 5-star basic being introduced, you know, people's rosters would still vary for sure, but there would just be less of that variance. So yeah, just some mixed feelings. I would have to see how it actually plays out in game for something like that. Part 1, sarcasm. I have an idea for fresh, exciting content. A plague infests the battle realm, causing disease to spread, causing weakness and degeneration. You can vaccinate your champions at an early rank, so they develop immunity. Vaccine can only be bought after 50 rounds of dungeons. Actually, I would enjoy that. Oddly enough, I would enjoy that. Or with a quick purchase that costs 1,000 units for a super vaccine that protects your entire roster for a full month. We could also buy a yearly subscription for 500 bucks. That sounds good. Like, oddly enough, man, I'm not even kidding. I think I would enjoy the 50 dungeon thing. Something that I really miss about... oh, God, wait, there's more parts to this. I just realized. But, alright, let me finish that thought at least. Something I miss about, like, traditional MMOs is just some of, like, the longer quest chains that you have to go down where you know, like, dude, I have to do, like, 100 different tasks in order to get, like, one thing opened up. One small part of the game opened up, but it's an important part of the game. You know, whether it's, like, a dungeon or a new crafting recipe or whatever it is. And I actually really enjoy that stuff, and I'm a little bit sad that this game doesn't have anything like that. What if... nah, never mind. Alright, part 4. If you don't vaccinate your champs, they die and you lose them permanently. Dude, I've talked about that before too, a hardcore mode in this game. I would almost enjoy that too. In the future, we can release a synergy champ that costs 10,000 units that could bring them back from the dead. In Act 7, bringing back champs from the dead will be illegal because of new law passed by the elders. We can ask summoners to pay a battle realm lawyer to overturn the law with weekly 500 unit donations. Thoughts? Ooh, that's probably why they buffed She-Hulk. She's the battle realm lawyer, right? Look at that, man. I'm learning about the Marvel Universe. You guys proud of me? But yeah, actually, you know, I know, like, obviously you're joking and stuff like that, but I'm not even kidding. Some of those parts, I was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. Maybe 5-star basic arena that didn't get the brand new champs for like a year or so. what's the point then? I feel like there's already a pretty big delay on the basic arena as it is from the new champions with that, like the 6 months. Well, hopefully I can just Corvus Ghost or Gimp to Mega through 6.1. Just makes me scared for things yet to come. Well, Cam, are you going for a Legends title, or are you just going to clear it? Because I'm sure you're going to be fine clearing it. I don't think you have any. You're not going to have any problem clearing it. But if you're talking about for a Legends title, if you were planning on using Omega at all, which I don't think you would, I think you would just rely mostly on Corvus, right? Slowly learning, yeah. Whoa, dropping She-Hulk knowledge. I study up. I read the comics. I'm lying. I don't read the comics. Not even a single time ever in my life. I did. You know, it's been a long time since I brought this up, but way back in the day, I collected the Wolverine comics. Little known fact about myself. I had like the first 150 Wolverine comics, plus there was I still have a few from like a special series. It was like a 4-part special comic thing or whatever. And yeah, I think I still have all of those. I never opened up a single one. I only collected them because my brother started collecting them a little bit. And, you know, at a young age, you just want to do everything that your brother does. You don't question. You're just like, yeah, let's do that. Alright, Brian, I'm just going to go to bed. Can you pat me on the head before I go sleeps? There, Demiok. Have a good rest. Don't let bugs bite you in the bed. Is that the saying? I screwed it up. Upon reading the nodes Act 6 is going to have, safe to say it's going to be a no-holds-barred. Milking Fiesta, wow. For a chapter, no retreat, long-distance relationship, good lord, units are going to go bye-bye. Maybe. We'll see. I think it's going to be one of those things where it does change our playstyle, and if somebody just goes nuts and doesn't, like, practice it at all, then yeah, the units probably will fly. Kind of like Bane, when Bane was first introduced. I mean, Bane is still a tough node, you know, but that was one of those nodes where I was like, this is impossible at first. And then I practiced it for a few days and got a little bit better at, you know, transferring it and just changing the playstyle a little bit. It's not too bad. We'll see, though. We'll see. I did actually read the nodes now. I got to go through them again, but I didn't read them when they were leaked. And one of them kind of reminded me of Slash Tires a little bit, but maybe a little bit more forgiving. Would have been so much fun if BG stepped in the community puzzle building with Rich the Man. BG would have been like, yeah, man, I don't know. Pretty much. I would have got on call with him too, but I wasn't at my computer, and I don't really use Discord on my phone. It's one of the few times that I popped into a stream on my phone. BG, if they limit the use of 1 or 2 4-star in your roster instead of a ban, would be way fairer. Which ones would they limit, though? Because I feel like if they did that, they would have to target the ones that people use, right? Which might as well mean, okay, we're just going to get rid of all of them type of thing. Can you read them to me, the nodes? No. The nodes in Act 6 exempt 4-star champs from their effects. Unfortunately, they are banned to participate. Yep. Rip 4 stars. Aaron Abdo sent it over a buck. Where's your last one, Aaron Abdo? Aaron Abdo. I don't see your comment. Alright, hold on. Control F it here. After I'm done getting wrecked by this Colossus. There is no last one. What is this, dude? Hitting me with the trolling last buck? I can never tell if that is a trolling last buck or if you actually typed a message and it didn't go through. But if you did type a message, then yeah, it didn't go through. So Hello, BG. Do you remember me? Of course. You got a banana next to your name. I remember all the bananas. Unless they change their names, and then I'm like, where'd that banana come from? 5-star basic arena would still be double the amount of time I would spend grinding over 3 days. Folks still want awakenings and are going to push those points up. Probably. We'd have to see what the scores actually would be, but I do expect them to be pretty high. I mean, when they first... I don't want to say when they first introduced 4-star basic, but, you know, for a long time, until the game did start shifting more towards 5-star champions, when they introduced the 5-star featured arena, the 4-star basic arena, you know, the scores for it were pretty high. And although the game is starting to shift more towards 6s a little bit faster than I was expecting, the scores would still be quite high early on for the 5-star basic. There would be a lot of people that do just want to awaken their champions from it, you're right. Then again, we don't have a lot of 6 stones, so maybe some people would find it not really worth it to do, I don't know. Wait, it's more fun when you're going for a new champ. Off to the bar, have a good stream. You son of a trolling. Alright, enjoy your bar experience. Oh, I'm gonna mess up your name, I think. Is it just... Yeah, I'm just gonna say, can I just say G? I'm just gonna say G, I'm sorry, man. From SGA5, sending over 200 rupees, saying read last, okay. Alright, hang on, wait a minute, actually. Wait, I said the wrong thing just now, didn't I? Hold on, yeah, that's not rupees. I was like, wait a minute, that's yen, isn't it? Crap, dude. I'm sorry, now I messed up your name, messed up your currency. I messed it all up. I'm just so used to saying rupees, I guess, that I automatically assumed that if it wasn't a pound, it wasn't a dollar sign. Okay, but I will read your last, as badly as I've butchered your super chat here. What if it was minimum PI, not champ star? So 554 stars accepted, but rank 1 or 2, 5 stars or not. For example, you need to invest tier 4 class catalysts into champs to be playable in Act 6. That sounds like a good idea, actually. I like that idea. I do like that idea. No, yeah, I do like that idea. It would still... Wait, actually, hold on. I'm starting to think more about... I don't know if it would accomplish what Kabam is looking to accomplish, is the only downside to it, I think. But otherwise, I like the idea. I like that you'd still have to kind of pick and choose where you want to use your resources. But then again, maybe that would even lock you into the champions even more, because you wouldn't be able to rank up other champions with those resources. You really would just be going all in on this one team with the synergies. So I don't know. Maybe after thinking about it a little bit, maybe it wouldn't work out so well. Definitely sounded good at first, but yeah, I don't know if that'd work out so well. I think that would still probably... Well, I'm really curious to see what the blog post is going to say tomorrow. I love when they put out blog posts. I want to see exactly what their intentions are behind it and stuff like that. Maybe they... I don't know if they said anything else in the comments after the post. The only thing I saw was a post from Mike saying they don't want to rush to address it, I guess. So they probably didn't say anything else, but... Yeah, I don't know. I think that would maybe lock people into that same issue they're trying to get out of. BG, can you introduce me to Kabam and hook me up with a job? I'll do my very best to piss off the community with crappy ideas that Kabam will absolutely love. I could introduce you. I don't know about the hooking up with a job part. If you go to Comic-Con, I'll introduce you. That's about all I can do. Unless you want a job with me. Just making videos all day. Uncle Wally sending over $2 saying beta testers should be allowed to do Legends runs? Question marks? Or with a question mark? In my opinion, no. And I don't know if they are, even. They may or may not be. That would have to be something that Kabam discusses with them and stuff. Or did they already address that in the post about it? I don't know if they addressed it in the post about it. Thank you very much for the 2. I'm not doing any type of. By the way, just because somebody in my alliance asked me, or they didn't even ask, they just assumed I was part of it or something. No, I don't have any early access or whatever to it. But thank you for the 2. Went to Dave & Buster's tonight and play MCOC. PvP is fun, way more fun than I thought it'd be. Do you want to see a picture? Sure. Send it over on the Twitters. Take a look. We're gonna go test that out in a little less than 2 weeks myself. Looking forward to it. Looking more forward to just hanging out with Aaron Abdo, even though he trolls me, bastard, and Pete. The new motion comic today. Tried to get Hava to watch it for me, but we just ended up watching porn instead. Wow. Okay, yeah. I did want to watch that tonight. We'll take a look at that. IBG just tuned in to the live. What's your opinion on the 5- and 6-star only subscription in Act 6? Well, Jesse, we've been talking about it a bunch here tonight for like the last hour or so, on and off. So I don't want to repeat everything, but I've got some mixed feelings about it. I don't really mind restrictions so much in a lot of ways. Not when it comes to like using champions, at least. But I also don't know if it's necessary, and it does hurt a lot of players who are already at a disadvantage for using lower star champions. So yeah, that's about my summary of it. So I was not meaning you. No, I didn't think you were meaning me. I was just put it out there. Because, yeah, there was one person that shall not be named, but they were just, like, assuming, like, welp, you're in it. It's like, no, I'm not. Okay, motion comic, though. Oh, dude, I don't know if I've seen it all lit up like this before. I've seen a bunch of pictures. COC Arcade is really fun. Please bring PvP to the mobile version. See, I can't imagine it working in the mobile version. Oh, they have this for the. That's kind of weird that they have the ghost loading screen. I thought the ghost loading screen was actually one of my least favorite of the. Or login screens or whatever it was. Like, it was kind of cool, but I don't know. Just it being so white. I feel like Kabam could have went with something cooler. Then again, in an arcade setting, maybe that white is what stands out the most. There's already all these neon colors everywhere and stuff. All over the place. But that's cool, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it. I really can't imagine it working in the mobile game, though. Like, you just got 2 people going Quake style against each other. How does that work out? Oh, would they not have the new Captain Marvel one? Yeah, that's... I would have thought something like that, or I don't know. Oh, from what I've seen in the arcade, they cycle all loading screens, or many of them. Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool then. Alright. Okay, yeah, a bunch of you guys are saying that. Okay, alright. That makes a lot more sense. Alright, let me go find this motion comic real quick. Loading screen is your favorite? It was okay. I mean, like, I've liked all the loading screens pretty much in the game. I think they're all really well done, but if I had to pick a least favorite, that might have been one of my least favorites. Okay. Found it. Let me just adjust a couple things. That's about as good as I can get it. Let's watch this thing. Scary music.
T-1 day until the Contest of Champions grand opening. Despite...
Hang on. Is that loud before I continue? This one it feels louder than usual for me. I don't know if I have my sound got raised on my computer or something like that. I really don't want to. I want to make sure I'm not killing your guys' ears. Was that too loud or was that good? We'll restart it a little bit. Sound is good. Make sure. Anyone else? Anyone else? It's nice. It's good to me. Okay. All right. We'll go back.
T-1 day until the Contest of Champions grand opening. Despite some false starts, most elements are in place. Battle arenas, a large cache of ISO 8 and catalysts, even a brand new isosphere. The last piece of the puzzle is a functional champion roster. The Maestro has demanded a large amount of top-notch warriors from multiple realities, with little regard to logistics. Needless to say, one does not contradict a gamma-infused genocidal maniac. So I had to improvise. Not a perfect solution for the long run, but realistically, how long can this contest last? 6 months? Maybe a year? No one will ever notice.
Okay. This is just interesting one. Oh crap. Did I just break my setup? I hope not. Alright, whatever, I'll fix that later. Bunch of garbage balls there. Yeah, dude, those champs were definitely not the best of the bunch. But I guess they were the initial batch, right? I wonder, I want to hear from Gabe about that one. And see, like... Because there were more champions than that at the start of the game, right? But maybe those were, like, the first ones selected? No, I don't know. I guess I didn't even look that closely at all the ones there. That probably doesn't make sense. Would be interesting to hear him talk about it more. Maybe he'll post something on the Twitters or something. Okay. 5 stars, still looking a little weak. Oh, is it just that Spidey? Okay, well, let's use him then. That's our hint. Those garbage champs are going to turn into Kree in our rosters. Well, it's got to be an upgrade. What if they buff those champs next? What if those are? I mean, I don't think anyone would mind an Iron Patriot buff if they just made him as good as his crotch was. It'd be amazing. Alright, how long will it last? The game will last as long as you have characters that are playable in the content. This game's gonna last forever, man. Like, no games last forever, but, dude, as far as games are concerned, especially by today's standards of lasting a long time, this game is gonna last a very long time. It's gonna outlive all of us. ABG, what do you recommend we should get with Intel? Usually the I5s are like the good like cost per performance. Just kidding, that was a bad processor joke. I don't know. I'm not going with the Awakening Gem myself. I'm going with Tier 4 Basics, maybe the Tier 2 Alpha. I haven't looked at it a ton, so I don't really have too strong of a recommendation for you at the moment. But yeah, a lot of people are going with the Awakening Gem. I'm deciding to pass on myself. I'm jumping off. Have a great night. All right, you too, dude. Have a good one. Let's give the boy Colossus a buff. That way I have somewhere to put this 2015 gem. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, Subway Surfer game is technically immortal. How long has that game been around? Was that game is pretty much like Temple Run, right? Was that a pre-Temple Run or post-Temple Run? I think that's what that game is, at least. I never played it, but I worked with someone who like on their break would sometimes play. What's up, Dicer? Should I spend my 370k battle chips on Unstoppable 4-star? I'm guessing you're talking about loyalty, because you can't get it with the battle chips. Probably not worth it. Probably not worth it. I recommend saving for the 5-star. The 5-star I do think is worth it. The 4-star, and probably not so much. It is another champion that you could use in the arena if you're an arena grinder. Otherwise, there's really no use for either of the Unstoppable Colossi. ABG just wanted to stop by and say hello before I go to sleep. Alright, what up, dude? Have a good night. If there's my homework, bye for now. Alright, later. Question, should I rank 5 my 4-star Hyperion or Medusa working on Act 5, both unduped? If they're both unduped, then I would say Hyperion is the way to go. Medusa needs that ability a little bit more than Hype does. Both still good. Oh my god. Alright. That did way less damage than I thought it was going to do. I thought I was dead there. Speaking of being dead, I gotta go check on Alliance Quest. I just realized I've got some energy saved up. And I got a little bit wrecked by the Omega Red boss. Not so easy with Hyperion when you have Suicides on, though. A lot of recoil damage. And with him healing up and stuff, it's kind of a losing battle. Do you think they will ever let us buy OG Punisher with battle chips? Probably not. I can't see it really happening. Sorry, BG, I'm back. Just got done crying face down in my pillow. Big Daniels, I'm sorry, man. It sucks, dude. So, Orange Vanilla Coke exists now, and I just had one, and I'm not sure if I'm in love or gonna be sick. Dude, I've tasted things like that before too. Usually, it's like the first sip, or the first bite of something is amazing, and then after that, it's like, okay, I can't have this anymore at all, ever. Alright, can't actually do my fight, but at least we moved. Yeah, his first fight is cornered. I mean, it wouldn't be that bad. No, it'd be kind of bad. Yeah, we're definitely not doing that. Especially running Suicides. No. Actually, those fights are going to kind of suck, running Suicides with Venom. He's not super suicide friendly or anything. I don't need to use any specials, but no immunities really do suck. So, gas station girl was let go from the gas station. What? I panicked, reactivated Facebook to try to find her, found her ex-coworker friend. She asked her if I can give me her number. She said yes. So So nice, Dicer. Damn, dude. That sucks, though. Wait, oh, this is part 2. I got her number and texted her. No response for 2 days. Asked friend what the hell. She said she broke her phone and is getting a new one. I'm going nuts here. Oh, dude. I can't even imagine. That's the worst, man. You put yourself out there like that. You hear nothing in return. Oh, you don't know if the message was delivered. Of course, you think the message was delivered, and they're just... Yeah. I hope everything goes well. Sucks that she got let go, though. But maybe it was all for the best. BG, do my 5-star Ghost Rider, so now not sure whom to rank 5 next. Omega Sig 60 or Ghost Rider Sig 50. It's a tough call. Both great champs. Follow your heart. Who are using more these days? BG, do you think 4 stars are relevant now? Everyone is basically writing them off because they can't be used in Act 6. It depends on how you approach the game and what you do in the game. As an arena grinder, 4 stars will never be irrelevant for me, and I actually target my rank up material choices kind of around 4 stars, and more so than ever with the additional glory that I'm getting at the moment, at least. Where, yeah, I love ranking up 4-star champions. I love even just playing with 4-star champions, and I still think they're very powerful. Yeah, they're not going to be used in Act 6, it seems. But outside of that, I do still like them. But yeah, the game is changing. I doubt that we'd be able to use them in the future chapters if we can't use it in Chapter 1. See, okay, here's what I would like. If they want to put some type of well, never mind. I think I just got excited for no reason. I was going to say they could put a restriction of, like, no using 4 stars or lower, but then have us go through, like, some type of challenge to unlock that type of, you know, to allow us to use 4 stars. I don't know if that would work, now that I'm saying it out loud, though. So I don't even know what the challenge would be. It could just be a single clear of 6.1, and then after that single clear we could use them, or could be something more involved and outside of Act 6. But okay, what is BG? I'm back. Wait, I read your last one, B. Daniels. You must still be face down and crying, because I already read that one. Alright. I'm not sure what happened. It's none of my business, so I didn't ask. Yeah. That's how I feel when it comes to that stuff, too. I usually don't even ask. If they feel like talking about it, cool. If not, I ain't asking. Do you see that Kabam make the AI much more faster at dash attack, holding block, and attack suddenly, using special in the middle of combos? I haven't noticed anything different about the AI myself. Somebody was mentioning in the Alliance that the AI around when they're playing Ghost feels different to them. But I never play Ghost, and everything else just feels completely normal to me. The way they dash in, the way they move, all that feels exactly the same. They already calculate team rating when you enter a quest. Couldn't they control it with a minimum rating? Possibly. Will you be doing any Intel store video for the best things? I probably will. I'll probably just talk about the things that I'm getting. It's one of those situations where it changes for everybody. You know, you kind of just pick up what you need in a lot of ways. And there might be 1 or 2 obvious things that are like, okay, this is an awful value. Who would pay half their resources to get like a 3-star crystal or something like that? I don't know, but for the most part, yeah, it's more of just like what you need type of thing. Guess tears are running into my ears because I missed it. Yeah. By the way, trying to sleep in Phoenix with a broken AC is not recommended. Oh, damn, dude. Yeah, I can imagine. That is one of the few places I've actually been to. And although I was there in a time where it wasn't that hot, it's still kind of hot. Happy G, did you get a chance to take a look at the spreadsheet I sent over? Not yet, Luke. No. If it's not, it's okay. I see you grind hard and don't want to slow you up. Yeah, today was kind of a busy day. Trying to make some videos in the wee hours of the morning. Getting a little bit of shut-eye. Waking up. Doing Uncollected. Taking care of some real-life stuffs. And then back on the grind. So I didn't get a chance to... I clicked on it, but that's about it. I didn't actually look at it too much, other than the single click that I did. BG, I'm 3 tier 4 basic away from a rank 4 ginger. Nice, Dicer. It's gonna be sick, dude. Oh, BG, hope you have a great day. For me, it's just 9 in the morning. Alright, thank you, man. Hope you have a good day, too. Or great day. It's kind of rude. You say great for me, and I'm just like, yeah. Well, I don't want you to have a great day, but good at least. I hope you have a great day too. So by early tomorrow, I'll have Heroic to Uncollected done in both Nick Fury and Captain Marvel events. Is it the 13th yet? Jesus, drop faith. What the hell, man? Challenge to unlock use of 4 stars could be a short quest with Act 6 equivalent difficulty / nodes. So those with the skill to take on the challenge can take them in. I mean, there might be something a little bit more to that idea. I did kind of brush it off kind of quickly after thinking maybe it won't be the best idea, but there could be something like that, I suppose. I just don't know how best it would be done in the game. I think a lot of ways that it could be done might just feel like not a good experience overall. So it'd be a pretty... It'd have to be done right, which you could say about everything, I suppose. But yeah, I think that's one example where it could go wrong quick if not done right. It was only 86-ish today, but since 2 days ago I was in -16. It's a 100-degree swing, and I hate life right now. Oh yeah, dude. That's when you feel it the most, for sure. Like, I still remember, man, one time I went out during, we had like a little bit of a heat wave one year in New Jersey. I mean, we had them a lot of years, but one year in particular, I walked outside during a heat wave, and man, I was in like the best shape of my life. I was going to the gym like every single day, or like 5 days a week at least, and I was pumped, you know, got like my gym clothes on, walked outside the door, and the heat just like smacked me in the face. And like I walked down the steps of my apartment, and like, dude, it felt like the heat was like caving in my head. And this story sounds fake. Wow, drop faith. But yeah, like the heat felt like it was caving in my head. It was just crushing it, like a soda can being crushed under pressure. And I was like, nope, that's it. I'm going back inside, man. I'm going back inside. And then, like the next day, I went outside, and I just let myself adjust to the temperature a bit more. You know, just kind of stayed outside for a little bit, make sure I was nice and hydrated. It wasn't so bad after being outside for a few minutes. But man, that initial smack in the face of the temperature change is nuts. Like we kept our apartment super cold, kind of. We were in a basement apartment at the time, so we were underground, so it was just naturally much cooler, no matter what the temperature was like. And I can't remember what was going on, but I remember we just had like the AC blasting constantly, which normally we don't do, because Laura's usually cold anyway, so normally we have the heat on. But yeah. ABG, do you think Act 6 will have locked view like Act 5.4? I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier too, and I don't think so. But maybe? I want to say no, though, and I hope not. it was really hard to gather information to do the Legends run in 5.4. Actually, maybe that was a good thing that it was locked. Maybe that discourages some people from doing it. Maybe I'd have a better chance, but just enjoyment-wise, I don't really want to see it locked. The only time I like when it's locked is Road to the Labyrinth and Labyrinth of Legends, and if they did it in some other area of the game, like Road to Labyrinth or like Labyrinth of Legends, then I think it'd be cool. But I hope it stays like Variant was, where you can kind of look around a bit. I enjoy that more for the regular quests, the story quests and stuff like that. Man, if it wasn't for those people that put together the maps for 5.4 and then watching other people stream it, though, it was such a pain to do. Like, it was hard to ask somebody just to go check out a node for me if something like didn't show up in a stream. But Cameron helps me out with some of that stuff, where I was like, dude, can you just walk down this path a little bit? I just need to go like 5 enemies in. I need to verify some nodes. The person streaming it didn't check the nodes on this one. BG, what do you think Kabam's reasoning is for the restriction? It would seem to be in their benefit overall for people to go in with weaker rosters. More units and resources back to them. I don't know. Yeah, I think either way, Kabam wins. I think you're right. Either you're spending more units on the content or spending more units to try to get the champions. There's probably more money to be made in having people chase the champions to get, I would think, but I don't know. I don't know if it's just a money reason. I definitely consider the monetization of things, of decisions and stuff. But I do try to look at it from like a gameplay standpoint of like, okay, does this make a good game experience? And I do think there's something to be said about wanting people to like stay hungry about getting new champions or using different champions and not just sticking to the same old. I think it does make the game more interesting, make the overall experience more interesting. There could be other ways to do it, and there certainly are already other ways to do it, so I'm not even saying that this is a good thing that they're doing. But I think maybe that's part of their reasoning. I don't know. We'll see what they say in the blog post tomorrow. So PG decided to play MCOC. Now, this was long before MCOC. I didn't even have a smartphone at the time. I was pretty late to the whole smartphone game. I got one time. I actually got like the first. Was it the first one or was it the second one? It might have been the second one. I can't remember now. But the Samsung Galaxy. And I got it and I was like, dude, screw touchscreens. This thing sucks. The touchscreen on it, it really didn't respond too well. Like, I was trying to tap on it, didn't accept my inputs. I would like click and try to drag something and it just wouldn't go. I had to like really push into it for it to register and everything. And I was like, screw touchscreens. I don't know. I don't need this for anything. Just give me my stupid phone that lasts longer on battery, and yeah. That was way before MCOC. It sucks if you break it up over time, because when you wait a while and go back in, you don't realize you took the wrong path until you wasted half your energy. Oh, that's a really good point, Dicer. Yeah. I didn't even think about that because I am so used to kind of knocking things out as fast as I can. But yeah, that's a really good point. In Variant, it's definitely hard to see where you're going, where you've been, if you're bringing the right champions. They can make the game fun and interesting without burning us out monetarily and time-wise, but they go on the burnout path and it's not fun. I agree. I think there's other things they could do that would achieve the same goals. Probably more difficult to do. Maybe, well, I mean, definitely more difficult to do. Maybe they, I mean, it seems like they're trying to do it all. It seems like they're really trying to maximize everything they can out of this game. Because the game itself, and the champions they're adding, I think it's getting more interesting. They're doing so many good things. But yeah, they definitely want to keep that cash flow as strong as possible. If I gave you my in-game name, would you duel me? Probably not, but just asking. Yeah, sorry, I need to stay on this grind. I don't usually do the dueling thing. There's not a whole lot to duels in this game. I usually only do it if I need practice against a certain champion. Well, the 6-star Civil Warrior, Brian, please tell me he isn't the worst. Well, he's not the worst. He's not fantastic or anything, but he's not the worst. He's got a little bit of utility, some power control. He's not great though, man. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got attacked so hard for that comment earlier on the forums. Oh, what dice? Wait. I just don't want a bunch of whiny B-manies about it being a cash grab because it's too hard to get through with the rank 4 stars. I thought about that too, of like maybe they're doing the maybe they're doing the community a favor of just being like, look, it's gonna be hard. You're just gonna get wrecked. You're gonna make videos of how you get one shot because you're using a low-level champion or something like that. I don't know if that. I don't think that's actually what's going on here, but the thought did cross my mind too. BG, I heard Seaton say he is gonna whoop your pasty ass in the 6.1 race. I'm sure that's the exact words out of his mouth. I'm sure there's no. I'm sure you're not making that up even in the slightest, Dale. Just used AA versus Fury, and he shrugged off the Neuros. Really? And he healed all the way back up? Am I missing something? Damn, I guess even passives he gets rid of. I mean, it kind of makes sense if it's an actual decoy. Then technically those debuffs and passives, they're on an entirely different person, right? But, didn't expect that. I thought the Neuro would have stopped it. Wait, read up. What's your theory? See it, I see it more as for months the community has been showing 3-star Hood and Wasp with a 5-star Ghost is all you needed. Old Scarlet Witch type videos, and Kabam learned a lesson of nerfing gods workaround. I agree with that, actually. I do think that Kabam is doing whatever they can to not have to nerf champions. I totally agree with that. I'm not even sure if you were being serious or not, but or if there was a little bit of sarcasm in that or whatever. But I actually agree with that. I think Kabam really is doing whatever they can to not nerf a champion no matter what. Even in situations where something is like, oh crap, this is stronger than we wanted it to be. What do we do? And they just come out with this workaround, and it's like they're constantly just trying to fix some past balancing mistake or something like that, and I don't know, it's just like one thing on top of another that continues to throw things out of whack, and maybe this is another attempt to kind of control that a little bit. I'm always serious. Okay. To me, the 6.1 no 4 rule is a major nerf to all the champions buffed using synergies. For example, I have a rank 5-star blade, but only a 4-star Ghost Rider, so it's a major nerf to me. Yeah, it definitely is gonna hurt running blade without Ghost Rider. That is for sure. But again, maybe that's what they wanted. Like other people have said, I'm not, you know, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying maybe from Kabam's perspective is maybe they said, okay, enough. You've been using Blade for a long time. Let's get you using some other champions. Because Except it's not always that easy to get those other champions. How does Void do against Nick Fury? Well, the debuffs get shrugged off, but other than that, I think he's still usable in that fight. BG, my other question is, how hard do you think this will be based on the rewards? It can't possibly be as hard as Variant, right? Variant rewards put these to shame. Yeah, I never thought it was going to be as hard as Variant, personally. I feel like it was going to be a place in between Act 5 and Variant. Just looking at how difficult 5.1 was, and 5.1 really was not difficult. Like, you know, of course, depending where you're at in the game, it may have been difficult for you, and maybe you're not even through it yet. Maybe it still is very difficult, but for the people who had been done with Act 4 for a while before that, they can kind of steamroll that content, and I think this is going to be less of a steamroll. I think this is going to be more challenging. Of course, you know, we're in a whole nother act, but I do think it's not going to be as hard as Variant. And then maybe Chapter 2 will be like same level as Variant, and then 3 and 4 maybe slightly more difficult. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna try my hardest to get Nick Fury. The idea of him having a clone was genius. Would he have that feature when it becomes available? Like thinking of what they did to Thanos. Yeah, he's gonna have that. That's actually his Awaken ability. So yeah, if you get a Nick Fury yourself, you will have that ability. There's a downside to it though, like you start to degenerate, and I think you can only have that one clone. I want to know how it works, where like if you go through a quest and you die, and you know your clone dies or whatever, and you're back to life, and then what if you actually die, and then you pop a revive? Does your Awaken ability come back, or is that done for the quest? I want to test that. It's a little bit unknown for me at the moment. I also have Ghost and only Wasp, and Ant-Man is 4 stars, and I grinded for Wasp, so I'm salty. I could see that too. Champions that people grinded for, knowing like, okay, I'm getting it for this reason, and yeah. I don't know, I think for the most part it'll probably be okay. But I totally get the outrage, and it affects all of us, you know. Or most of us at least. You know, like Stark, I don't like using Stark Spidey. Oh, I don't really like using him at all, to be honest. But, oh, come on. Why is the game frozen right now? But I especially don't like using him without Blade. And I only have the 4-star Blade. And like I said earlier, I really like the Wolverine synergy with Omega Red. Wolverine even synergizes with Sabretooth, so you get like kind of like a double bonus there, but there is no 5-star Wolverine, so that one's out too. Black Bolt, I only have the 4-star version of Black Bolt. I don't have the 6-star, so I can't get my Royal Trinity. What other champions do I use? Oh, I can't bring in Killmonger because I only have a 4-star version of Killmonger, so the Void and Killmonger synergy. So yeah, it definitely affects me too. But I do think it'll be alright. I don't know. I am curious to see what they say about it tomorrow. Had all kinds of nasty stuff built up in my head about Act 6. Then we got that message saying, isn't it time for some fun? And I was like, phew, maybe it won't be so bad. Well, we'll see. Colossus shares the Wolvie synergy with Omega Red? Yes. Does he? That's a good point. Maybe he does. Maybe he just doesn't share the one with Sabreman. Ooh. Let me check this out. Wait. And yeah, I do have a 5-star Colossus, I think. Yeah, I do have 5-star Colossus. Okay. Well, hot damn. I can still use that synergy. Okay. Cool. Alright. It's good to know. I was going to start taking a closer look at him anyway, just because Omega Red might be my best option for Legends Runner since I don't have Corvus. So the only thing I would be missing then is that plus 6% attack, which... I mean, of course, you want as much plus attack as possible, but... it's not the main part of the synergy that I cared about. And then I wouldn't be able to run Magneto, because Magneto and Colossus, they don't have a double crit synergy like Wolverine and Magneto do, but okay. Alright. Good morning, Brian. How you doing, mate? What's up, KT? Think see and articulate it well. The fact that requirements were released so close to Act 6 release is frustrating as people have been prepping with certain 4 stars for a while. Yeah, but when, I mean, I agree to that with that of why like it's frustrating and stuff. But I'll also say like when, how else could they have done it? There's always going to be a first piece of content where there's like a new type of restriction. But they probably could have still done it better. BG, did you do the Nick Fury thing yet? No, Dicer, I haven't done it yet, dude. I just went through Uncollected earlier today, and then I need to get on the grind. I haven't even stepped in there yet. And I wanted to watch Lags do it, but I was late to his stream, so I didn't even get a chance to see him go through it. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I don't know if I'll stream it or what. Maybe I'll just make a video around it and try to make a guide or something like that. But I really need to get back to this grind. Got no time for other content. Rank 5 Domino, rank 3 Sinister, rank 3 Rolk, rank 3 Massacre. Not sure who my 5th is, but Domino is set. Yeah, no, that's probably a pretty good team. Got to use my OG Thor for once. He ate that Ultron up easy. Nice, dude. Yeah, I wish I had a rank 5 Thor. I should have ranked him up. Like, I was saying it earlier today. I had an idea. Like, I was saving my Thor rank up. Like, he is basically the next Cosmic Champion that I want to take to rank 5. But I was saving him for a specific type of video that I wanted to make. That I just haven't gotten around to making yet. So I never ranked him up. And now I'm like, well, damn. Would have been nice to use him. But I did rank up that Scarlet Witch, and Scarlet Witch can be used, right? Plus I have Gamora. There's no, is there star level restrictions? No, right? It's just by tag, by family or whatever. Rank 4, 4 Star-Lord takes that Ultron, like 150 hits, not bad. That's not too bad. I used to have him at rank 4 and then I ranked him down. I eventually wanted to rank him back up, but I never got around to that either. Do you think they'll add the green alien things in Nick Fury / Captain Marvel's feature crystal if they made a feature crystal, or do you think they'll do what they did with Ultron Classic? The Skrulls, that's their name, right? I don't know what their plan is for the Skrulls. Maybe it'll be like what they did with our little symbiote buddy. Maybe we'd get a Skrull buddy or something. I don't know. You see the error they did with the Nick Fury incentive beginner path? No, I haven't looked in that quest yet. I haven't seen anything. ABG, do you still want to step back a bit when it comes to map 7? Yes, I do. I'm still excited about the game, and like the thought of doing 4 different Legends races for all of Act 6 is pretty exciting. And that is kind of like, well, okay, if I want to compete in those races, I kind of need to keep getting resources for map 7, so I don't know, maybe it's a little bit more incentive to have to do that, but at the same time, you know, if it impacts my life in too much of a negative way, then, well, I'll just have to do the races with whatever I have, or possibly not do them and still step down from doing map 7. It's just too many linked nodes. And still don't know if I could even afford the donations long term anyway. Used Infinity Man, rank 4, 5-star Ultron, or wait, 5-star 4 Ultron. Super easy, but took a lot of hits. Yeah, I bet that took a lot of hits. Want to see BG take this first path with Thor, Fraggle Rock, Avenger? Oh, God. You're probably not going to see that. Screw that. Any star only Avengers and Guardians. Okay, yeah, so I'll probably just use my Gamora. I'll probably just use my 6-star Gamora. Put her to use. I'll be good with that. BG, should I use a generic on Void or wait to see if I dupe him from Dungeon Crystal? If you're planning on opening up that Dungeon Crystal, you might as well wait. You know, save yourself the Awakening Gem. But if you miss, he's one of the best champions in the game to awaken, so sure. Why not? Basically, the beginner path is what I assume the uncollected / epic, but only with 1 stars, and half the map is missing champs. Is that a mistake? Don't they normally do stuff like that? Is it worth using generic on Omega Red, or should I wait for a mutant gem? When it comes to Omega Red, what you really need to wait on is making sure that you can give him enough Sig stones. He needs a decently high Sig level in order for his awakened ability to be worth awakening with a gem at least. So yeah, he's worthy of a generic, but make sure you have like, I don't know, 60 or 70 Sig stones that you could pump into him. Otherwise, just wait to see if you dupe him naturally. BG, if you step down from map 7, will you be changing alliances or going solo? Not sure yet. I fully understand your feelings about map 7. Way too time consuming, IMO. Yeah, a little bit. Nick Fury, error forced Kabam to make the beginner quest 0 energy this week. We'll go back to 2 energy. Oh, so it is a confirmed error, okay. I'll go back to 2 energy, FYI. Save some energy now if doing all difficulties. Okay. Cool. You ready for map 9 AQ and Act 12 story quest? Wait, what century is this? Did I go too far back in your timeline? Dang it. Yeah, dude. No, I'm ready for that. With my 10 stars. Yo, BG, is Iceman worth a mutant gem for a 5-star, or should I wait for Domino, AA, Emma, or Omega? I don't think Iceman is really worth an awakening gem unless you had a very specific need to cancel out what's it called? To cancel out evasion from the start. Yeah, I would definitely save that gem myself. To be totally honest, I don't even like using Iceman, so I might be a little bit biased here, because I just don't really enjoy using Iceman that much. He's fine and everything. He's got the immunities. His damage output is not that bad, but it's a little bit low for my liking. I'd rather trade some of that utility and play a different champ. Beginner quest is 6 lanes, but normal, heroic, master all of just 2 lanes. Oh, okay. Actually surprised with the stuff you could purchase from the intel shards, like 5-star and 4-star awakening gems. Pretty good. Yeah, I like when Kabam does events like this. Reminds me of the Valor store. They never did a repeat of the Valor event completely, right? where like we got to kind of compete on a leaderboard to get a, you know, to win the champion at the end. They haven't done that, right? It's no Rocket Scrapyard? Dude, Rocket Scrapyard was the best. The amount of carbonadium cores I got out of there, even though I had all the good stuff already, but I still put that to use. That event was nuts. What are you gonna buy with your intel? Probably tier 4 basics, and I don't know. I have to look at the tier 2 alpha. It seemed like maybe a decent value, but probably tier 1 alphas. Tier 4 basics and tier 1 alphas. That's the stuff that I love, man. I'm looking to continue ranking up my 4 stars. Even if Kabam doesn't let me use them in quests, I'm still going to be ranking them up. But I only glanced at it for all of, what, a minute earlier on stream this morning. You know, I found out is pretty good against evaders. Korg goes unstoppable, unblockable when they evade. Yeah. I can see that. So rarely used offensively, but yeah. Then we got vanquishing blows, but not a leaderboard like that. Yeah. I don't know if that was necessarily a good thing for the game. The whole leaderboard thing. I don't know. I'm all for competition, but maybe that type was a bit much. I think there were rumors, possibly unfounded, of one of the top ones on Valor having cheated in some way, but I don't remember. Oh, there was one guy up there who, yeah, the amount of arena wins he had and everything, like, no, he was on at all times of the day. I remember talking to Gatto about that, who was trying to compete for that top spot, and like he would keep tabs on this guy, and he was just on at all hours of the day. It had to be a bot. It had to be a bot. That was before Kabam's anti-cheat stuff. That was before Kabam's anti-cheat stuff evolved a little bit. I wonder, I wonder if that's what Kabam was gonna do, is like try to up their anti-cheat game, get rid of some of the easier ways to bot, try their best to stop piloting, and then maybe they would do something like that again. I don't know. I don't necessarily think it was that good for the game overall, though. I think they could put their efforts into something else and it'd be more fun, more widely accepted by the community. It was a cool idea, though. I'm glad they did it, but I wouldn't necessarily enjoy it again. You know who is kind of good against Korg? Red Skull. If you block and bait heavies, you're draining power and doing damage. Kind of. I don't know if I would say Red Skull's good against Korg. I think his dash back distance is too far to do like the light attacks. Get those light attack openings. His hits, they're all physical, so you would still take damage. And yeah, kind of blocking and baiting out heavy attacks. You actually want to keep a high armor count with Red Skull, and then use those armors sparingly to drain power and stuff like that. So I don't know if I would consider him to be good. No more leaderboard. Too much bot took it. Gatto questions how I did it. Too much arena. Finished third. Did you come third? Wait, was Gatto second, or did he finish after you? I think Gatto was second, right? It's been too long. I didn't even realize you finished third. I mean, I'm sure I saw it at the time, but I don't remember too much about that event other than, yeah, that bot. BG, do you and your alliance use a chat app like a Discord app or like Line? Just wondering, cause I'm trying to bring order to my slaves. What? I mean alliance members. I done goofed. Wow. Yeah, we use Line chat. Hey BG, you know who is good against Korg? Magneto. You're right, dude. Gatto or I was second or third. I don't know. Same outcome. Okay, yeah. It was what, top 10? It was like number 1, I think, got and awakened him, right? And then top 10, I think it was, got just a single 5-star Fraggle Rock. And then what, top 1,000 was the 4-star? I think that's what it was. I got the top 1,000, which I was surprised by because I wasn't going hard for it or anything like that. Like, I was missing a lot of the stuff from arenas. I didn't do any of the like the events where, you know, you just go through like Road to the Labyrinth or something like that. Like, I didn't do that stuff. Might have did it like once if I was short on a milestone or something, but I think it's top 1,000. There's a lot of room for that still. All I know is I missed one because I slept on 2 events. Okay. Yeah, dude. That was so brutal. Yeah, so like Gatto, he was in For Loki for a little while, and I think it was yeah, I mean, it had to be before that. I don't think he was still in For Loki at the time. It was before that, and he was still like in some of the chats. I think this was before I left the Alliance chat. So yeah, like he would talk about it a bit. That was a ton of work for what turned out to be an average-ish champ. Hey, you take that back. He was totally worth rank 5ing then, just like he is today. Right? Oh man, can you imagine if prestige mattered as much back then as it does today? It would have been even crazier competition, maybe. Maybe it wouldn't have been. It already was kind of crazy for the top spot, and yeah, eventually you could, you know, the people who really wanted enough could have just got some crystals or whatever. I thought Iceman hit pretty weak too until I learned to detonate those charges with his heavy. He's one of my quickest 4-star killers in arena. He's not bad in arena. I don't mind playing him in arena. I just kind of don't like playing him in other quests. I think that's what killed it for me. Dicer is it's not always easy to get a heavy attack off. You know, like looking at like the Captain Clash, whatever that quest was. Like trying to use Iceman in something like that. It's doable, I suppose, thinking about it. But still, like, it wouldn't be my first choice, and yeah, I don't know. I still like him in arena, though. I will agree with that. Aegon or Ghost for Labyrinth? Is that what you're asking, or are you just actually laughing out loud? If you could play Ghost, I feel like Ghost has more ultimate potential, personally. I have a 6-star Fraggle Rock, so no, Brian. Okay, yeah. Dude, I thought I was getting Fraggle Rock today as a 6-star. I was gonna cry. Trying to get the 3rd tier 5 base to take my duped Cap Infinity to rank 2. Okay, that'd be pretty sick. Especially now that the game does seem to be moving a little bit more towards the 6 stars. Might have to change my stance on not really wanting to rank up 6 stars. Might be time. So who would Cable be good against? Wait, oh no, so would Cable be good against Korg, specifically 6-star Cable? No, probably not. That 6-star Cable is going to be good for the arena, and maybe for a synergy. Black Widow has the 2nd highest prestige. I wish I had her as a 5-star. She can be great. No, that was actually, she doesn't actually have that prestige, Arnie. I saw that too. Yeah, that's not true. That was just like a placeholder thing. Even if Iceman's frostbite charges aren't detonated from a heavy, they still detonate over time by themselves for a lot of damage. Is it a lot of damage though? Or is it just an okay amount of damage? Because if you look at, Like, there's so many hard-hitting champions in the game these days. You know? I can't say it's a lot of damage. Like, if we put it on like a graph or something like that, like where would Iceman's damage fall on that graph? Probably not too high. But he's not really known for his damage. He's known for his amazing utility, right? You know, the immunities, the anti-evade, the surviving a special 3. Like, that's what Iceman's known for. I just find myself not needing those utilities so much. And because of that, I just kind of have more fun playing champions that can deal more damage or maybe have more specific utility instead of being like a little bit of a multi-purpose utility type of champion. So that's all it comes down to. He's still a good champion and all, but will you do 6.1 Legends? I'm thinking about it. I would love to. Those are some of my favorite things to do in this game. The 5.4 Legends run that I did, that's probably the standout as like the most fun I've had playing this game. I would like to do it, but I don't know. I mean, I don't have Corvus. I don't have him as a 5-star, let alone 6-star, which I think 6-star is going to take like the top times. 6-star rank 2 or something. And yeah, I don't know if it's worth. I think maybe I can get into the top 100 with the champions I have, but I'm questioning if it's worth it or not. I don't think I would come close to the top 20, which would be where the real rewards are at. So, I don't know. I might have to pass on this one. I really didn't expect 6.1 to have Legends. I was like, oh, by the time 6.4 comes out, there'll be some new champion, you know, hits harder than Corvus. I'll just get that champion. Won't be a big deal, but that's not the case. We got to see how the nodes are set up, though. Gonna need Corvus and Ghost, rank 5, Sig 200. Ghost might be a little... I'm curious about Ghost. She might be a little too slow. The nice thing is that you don't need high Sig level, so if I can somehow get Corvus... Like, I'm actually thinking about popping open all my crystals. The date for the cutoff... This is kind of annoying. The date for the cutoff to participate, to get a Legends attempt in, it's the same day as when Darkhawk gets added to the crystal. So what do, man? Do I keep waiting, or do I just say screw it? Let me just try to get myself a Corvus or something like that. Also, I have one tier 5 basic right now. I'm pretty sure I can get a second tier 5 basic by the cutoff date, but I would have to be careful about how I spent my glory, and would probably have to do a speed through of the next month's monthly uncollected to get the 9k fragments there, and then I think I can do it. But that's kind of annoying too, because I'd rather just keep getting tier 4 basics from the Glory Store and be a little bit slower on my next rank up. But for something like this, I'd probably change that. Rank 2 duped Corvus full synergies, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Ben Savage meets World. Best show. I say open Blade Crystal and then make a decision. No, screw that. I mean, actually, it did make me think about popping a Blade Crystal when I found out you can't use 4 stars in there. Thinking, well, is Stark Spidey an option? If so, I would need Blade, and I would need a 5-star Blade, so I thought about it, but nah, I really just don't want to. I don't want to do that. Has anyone tested Thing with the Synergy team against Corvus's time? I was thinking about Thing too, and I don't think he's consistent, right? Doesn't he have like a relatively low crit rate? I mean, you know, I guess you don't need a crit rate if your base attack is as strong as crits or whatever, but and the utility that he has is pretty nuts. Why did I clicked on 5-star science as if I had a thing there? Yeah, right. All right, you know what? Hold on, let's screw this. There's people in my alliance that have maxed out things. Alright, so low crit rate. But yeah, I mean, if you gain a butt ton of attack. I don't know how that would work. I'd be leaning towards probably not good, if I had to guess. If I thought Thing would be a good option for it, but I could be very wrong on that. That's just kind of my my gut feeling about it from the little bit that I've seen of what Thing can do. So who knows? Who actually knows? What's up, Pete? Maybe Nick Fury? Possibly. He might be useful for it. Would Stark be your fastest next to Omega with suicides? So that blade would really help. Okay, well, okay, thinking more about the Stark, I'll just expand upon it, because I already have thought about Stark, and he's pretty much out for me. I had to use so many resources using the method I did with Stark Spidey for 5.4, because he's not immune at all. Omega Red, he's got the immunities covered. I could run suicides, no problem. I think he might even be a little bit faster. You know, I'm sure they both have their advantages for different fights, but I think Omega Red would be faster than Stark Spidey anyway, so but yeah, the extreme resource cost that I had to lay down for 5.4, there's no way that'd be worth it. Actually, I don't even think I have enough resources to do that again for 6.1, but there's no way it'd be worth it for this first chapter. Maybe as the other chapters come out. But yeah, Spidey, he's out for me when it comes to the Legends run. What day is March 13th? It's a Wednesday. Come on, units. Or maybe if I dupe my Punisher, maybe that's who I'll use. No units. Sadly, Ghost is out too. Are you saying just for you, Pete? Oh yeah, you need your hood. Okay. Ghost isn't as fast as Corvus though, right? Just donate all your Alliance mates' battle chips again. I mean, I could do that, but God, that sucked actually. That sucked. Seen Improv not happy with changes. Where's the contest going, BG? They're typically not happy about the changes. If I'm being honest. The changes, I don't know how I feel about them. I don't think they're going to be that big a deal. I think I would have liked 4 stars to still be usable, but I don't think it's as big a deal as other things in the game. I think the game is still going in a positive direction overall. I think Steam posted a vid around the time of Thing's release of him using synergies and rolling through Act 5 as a 4-star. Okay. Okay, anyway guys, it's getting late and I have to keep grinding, but I also have to go to the store and then get back to the grind. So it's time to call it. Ooh, not before I claim this free crystal though. But tons of fun. I know is no longer here, but thank you very much for the 25 bucks that you sent over. Thank you to everyone else that sent over a little something as well. I appreciate it. And I will be back tomorrow, normal time. No daytime stream tomorrow. Just normal time arena. Good luck if you guys are going for Sabreman. Trying to add this dude to your roster. Good luck with whatever you guys are doing. And yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Wait, one last thing. BG, have you thought about going to the store once for the whole week? That way you don't have to go every night. Oh, I don't go every night for sure. Last time I went was on... I think it was Sunday. It's like 4 days ago. I get a lot of produce, and the produce, it goes bad. Like, you have to just go to the store frequently. Like, I mean, I guess there's ways to store it better and stuff, but for the most part, that's the stuff I pick up, you know? It's not like I'm picking up pasta sauce every night or something like that. I don't know, stuff that lasts. Tweet real quick. All right, fine. But Daniels, what do we got, man? And then I'm out. What's produce? Fruits and vegetables. If you're talking about what produce exactly, well, it changes a lot. Wow, really, be Daniels? This, man. Oh, so sad. Rocket, Electra, they're side by side. I'm sorry, dude. I thought we had a good method this time. Rip. Okay. Good night, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow.